Hi everyone, good afternoon. Thank you all for joining. For the people who don't know me, my name is Lean and I'm the nutritionist and product specialist at Forever Living Products Middle East HQ. And today we're going to talk about a very important topic, which is heart health. And we're gonna do like a bit of awareness about why it's important to take care of your heart health, and if you don't do that, what are some complications that comes with it? And of course, we're going to talk at the end about the products from Forever that you can use, just to help support your heart health. And at the end of the webinar, you can also ask all your questions related to the product or any question you'd like. So let's start. So first, we're going to start with some shocking statistics. And a lot of people don't know that actually, but the world's most common cause of death is actually cardiovascular diseases. Okay, so this is why it's very important to try to lead a healthy lifestyle, try to eat healthy, exercise regularly, because the world's most common cause of death is cardiovascular diseases. And we want you to stay healthy and just take care of your heart health. So as you can see here, the number one cause of death worldwide is cardiovascular diseases, which is over 17 million deaths per year. Then we have cancers. So as you can see, it's almost double the number of cancer. We also have respiratory disease, which can, you can include COVID in this category. And lastly, diabetes. Okay, so these are very large numbers, and this is why it's very important to take care of your heart and lead a healthy lifestyle. Now, let's check the UAE statistics of diseases. So as you can see here, in the UAE, the total deaths in 2016 was 15,000, and 40% of these deaths were from cardiovascular disease. So it's a very large number. And the second cause, which it is actually from injuries, for example, like car accidents or just any kind of injury. Then 12% is cancer. And others, you can see, for example, for diabetes, it's 5%. So the main number, as you can see, is the cardiovascular disease or like heart problems. For people who don't know the term cardiovascular, it's everything related to the heart. Now, let's start, and I'm gonna give you some tips on why it's important to keep your heart healthy. So keeping your heart healthy is one of the most important ways to make sure that you are feeling your very best. Okay, so for example, if you start doing small things every day that keep your body healthy, you have a better chance of living a longer, happier, and healthier life. So also having a good health will also make you less likely to develop any other types of diseases like cancer and type 2 diabetes. Okay, so usually they're all related. So this is why it's very important to just lead a healthy lifestyle so that you lower your chances or your risk at developing any kind of chronic diseases. So what is heart disease? So cardiovascular disease, or CVD, is a very serious health condition that keeps the heart or blood vessels from working properly. So there are different types of CVD. Okay, the most common is, for example, like a stroke. Okay, and also people, for example, you can develop CVD if you have a poor lifestyle habit, for example, like unhealthy diet or not getting enough exercise or using tobacco every day. Now, what is a stroke? A stroke happens when a blood vessel that carries oxygen to the brain gets blocked. Okay, so and when that happens, blood can deliver oxygen to the part of your brain that has, so that part of your brain will die, basically. Okay, so this is a very, very, very serious condition. And without the right medical attention, a stroke can actually cause major damage to the brain. So people who have a stroke may have problems speaking, seeing, or even just moving for the rest of their lives. Okay, so older adults are more likely to have a stroke than younger people, but people can people of all ages can actually have a stroke. So other factors that increase the risk of stroke include high blood pressure. Okay, so please be careful, guys. If you have high blood pressure, always monitor your blood pressure levels and make sure that you're taking the right medications. Don't smoke, okay, because cigarette can actually increase your blood pressure. Diabetes also can be related and can increase the risk of a stroke. And of course, other types of CVD can increase the risk of a stroke, and high blood cholesterol as well. Okay, so everything that is related to food and your lifestyle in general that you can, change that can actually help you avoid stroke or any type of chronic disease. Now, what are the risk factors for cardiovascular disease? The most important behavioral risk factors of heart disease and stroke are smoking. So this is the really main issue that you need to try to avoid. Also, high cholesterol levels, which is high LDL. The LDL cholesterol is the bad cholesterol, okay? And the low HDL, which is the good cholesterol, you need to try to have a higher HDL and a lower LDL. Okay, this is very important. Also, uncontrolled hypertension or blood pressure. So make sure you have, if you have a history or if you have like someone in your family that have high blood pressure, just make sure that you always check your blood pressure, just because sometimes it can be genetics. Also, obesity. So make sure you have a healthy weight, uncontrolled diabetes, exercise, nutrition, stress, all these can, be risk factors of cardiovascular disease. Now, how can I keep my heart healthy? The first thing is, of course, to avoid smoking, as we mentioned, and using tobacco products. Second is to be physically active every day. Okay, so try to at least work out for 30 minutes per day. Then 3, eat a healthy, heart healthy diet. We're going to talk about which foods and what diet you need to focus on. Keep a healthy weight. Keep your blood pressure healthy. Keep your total cholesterol healthy. And keep your blood sugar healthy. So not only blood pressure, it's both, like the blood pressure and the blood sugar. So we mentioned that you need to reduce the use of tobacco and smoking, even everything that contains nicotine in general, even the vapes nowadays that people are using, electronic cigarettes. So all these try to also avoid, because, they contain some chemicals. So, and they can actually damage almost every organ in your body. Then be physically active. So the national recommendations for adults is to be physically active for 150 minutes per week, okay? And try to do 2 days a week of strength training. So with some, weight resistance exercises. Actually, physical activity not only will keep you healthy, but it will also help, raise your self-esteem, improve your mood, and help you sleep better at night, and will give you more energy throughout the day. So how does physical activity decrease heart disease? So for people who have, for example, high blood pressure, you need to actually exercise or just go for a walk, because it will decrease your blood pressure. It will lower your BMI. So if you're overweight or obese, it will actually lower your weight. It will increase the good cholesterol, which is the HDL, and it can also improve blood sugar level. So if you have diabetes, it's very important to go for a walk or just, jog at least 3 times a week. Now, here are some types of moderate and vigorous physical activity that you can include in your daily lifestyle. The first one is the bike riding. And then you have swimming, brisk walking, tennis, gardening, jogging, soccer, aerobics, dancing, and jumping rope. So all these are just, some options that you can do and ways to just stay physically active. So think of three things you can do next week to be physically active and track your total activity minutes for the week. Okay, guys, so try to do this exercise for next week and make sure that you record how many minutes you're being active throughout the week, and try to achieve 150 minutes per week. Now, you need to also eat a heart healthy diet. Okay, so focus on, as you can see from the pictures, on foods that are, you know, colorful, okay, like a rainbow, as you can see, because colorful foods are really high in antioxidants and can really help, you know, like the health of your heart. So try to eat healthy, focus on fruits, on vegetables, on antioxidants, on seeds, on nuts, salmon, for example, because it contains omega-3. So all these will really help your heart. And try to avoid as much as you can fried food, junk food, even saturated fats, like, for example, red meat, if you fry it, or for example, like French fries. All these, try to avoid them. Now, for example, you need to eat plenty of fruits and vegetables, okay? Choose whole grain foods like whole wheat bread, oatmeal, brown rice. These foods can really be a good source of dietary fiber and carbs. Eat fish, especially oily fish like salmon, trout, herring, at least twice a week. And limit your intake of saturated and trans fats. So everything that is, you know, like deep fried, try to avoid as much as you can. Also, for example, like margarine or like butter. So these are really saturated in fats. Limit the amount of red meat if you have, you know, heart problems, and choose lean meats and skinless poultry instead. Okay, also fish is a much healthier option of a protein than red meat. Also choose low-fat dairy products such as skim milk or low-fat yogurt. Okay, don't choose the dairy products that are full or that are high in full fat because they contain some saturated fats. So this is like a pyramid, okay, that you can follow. It's a very easy thing to follow. So you can see here, it shows you what you can eat daily and what you can eat weekly and then monthly. And then you need to also do, of course, daily physical activity. So for daily, for example, you can eat cheese, yogurt, olive oil, fruits, legumes, vegetables. So if you want, you can take a screenshot of this. It's very important, and try to just, you know, put it on your fridge so that you can follow. So the things that you can eat weekly are like sweets, eggs, poultry, fish, and seafood. And monthly, if you have, you know, heart problems, you can have meat. Someone's asking a question. Oh, thank you so much. You're welcome, of course. So as usual, guys, I will answer all your questions at the end of the presentation, okay? So this is a very important pyramid for you, especially if you guys have, you know, cholesterol, if you have high blood pressure, if you have, you know, some history of heart problems. Try to follow this pyramid. Now, it's your turn. Try to write down everything you ate and drank for the past 2 days. Okay, try to remember what you had, and identify your good habits. For example, like choosing healthy snacks and eating plenty of fruits and vegetables, and your bad habits as well, like snacking all day and drinking too many sugary drinks. Okay, so put it on a piece of paper, so that way you will really see what are your good habits and what are your bad habits, and which is one unhealthy eating habit you can swap for a healthy habit. Okay, so this can be your goal for the next week. Okay, so that way you will really know what you need to avoid and what you need to focus on more. Now, we also mentioned that you need to keep a healthy weight, of course. So make sure that if you're overweight or if you're obese, try to reduce your weight. Or if you're also underweight, you need to just eat more and make sure that your weight is in a, you know, like your BMI is in a normal range. Now, let's talk a little bit about blood pressure and how we can make sure that our blood pressure is healthy and we keep it, you know, like it's kept in a good range and a healthy range. So the first thing you need to do to have a healthy blood pressure is, of course, keeping your weight healthy. Okay, so try to reduce weight if you're overweight. Also, eat a heart-healthy diet with lower levels of sodium. So don't add salt to your food, okay, if you have high blood pressure. And get enough regular physical activity. These three points that I mentioned are very important for people to have a healthy high blood pressure. Because, you know, if people are always have really high blood pressure, they are more likely to have a heart attack or a stroke, okay, than people with normal blood pressure. So please, guys, it's very important to always make sure you have a healthy, hard blood pressure. I mean. Okay, now we're gonna talk about cholesterol because all these are actually related to the heart. Okay, so cholesterol is also it combines with other substances in your blood from to form something called a plaque. Okay, which is a thick, hard deposit that can narrow the arteries and which make them less flexible and will put you at major risk for heart disease and stroke. So as you can see in the picture here, this is the inside of a normal blood vessel. So as you can see, it's red and it doesn't have any yellowish, which is the plaque. And on the right side, you can see the partly blocked blood vessel. So this one, that means that you have high cholesterol levels, and it might actually like block your arteries, so the blood flow will become harder to just go through the arteries. Now, foods with high cholesterol and that you need to avoid, okay, if you have high cholesterol levels, this is very important. The first one is fatty beef. So try to always choose lean meat or lean beef that doesn't contain any fat. Also, lamb is high in cholesterol. Pork, of course, poultry with skin. So if you want to get chicken, for example, always tell your butcher to give it to you skinless, okay? Dairy products that are made from whole or reduced fat milk. So just get the low fat milk. Saturated vegetable oils such as coconut oil, palm oil, and kernel oil. Packaged cookies, cakes, donuts, and pastries. So a lot of people don't know that, but actually sugar and pastries can actually affect high cholesterol levels, okay? Also potato chips and crackers, packaged frosting, commercially fried foods. So everything that is usually not natural, okay? So processed, basically, foods. As you can see, also bakery goods that contain shortening, buttered popcorn. So if you want to have popcorn, for example, always get the light one, the salted one, not the buttered or the cheese one. And any product that contain actually partially hydrogenated or hydrogenated vegetable oils, okay? So always check the nutrition, facts at the end of the product or the packaging that you want to buy. Now, so we talked about the blood pressure, we talked about the cholesterol. Now we're going to talk about blood sugar, because also diabetes can actually lead to heart problems, okay? So always you have to make sure that your blood sugar is really well controlled. If you have diabetes, go to your doctor. They will give you a prescription on what to take as, medication usually, or some insulin, and make sure that the most important thing for all these basically is really to have a healthy lifestyle change, okay? Making healthy changes to your diet, getting enough physical activity, they can all help keep your diabetes under control. Now, we're gonna talk about some supplements, okay, from Forever that can actually help support your heart health. So the first one is, of course, the Forever Arctic Sea. I know many of you like this product and use it actually on a daily basis, which is a very good thing because it contains omega-3 fatty acids, okay, which are the EPA and the DHA. And these are usually you find these in fish such as calamari, salmon, and cod, okay? And I'm sure like a lot of people don't actually eat enough fish during the week. So this is very important to take an omega-3 supplement to help, get enough omega-3, EPA, and DHA into your diet, because actually both the EPA and the DHA contribute to the maintenance of a normal blood pressure, heart, and blood triglyceride levels. So if you have also like high triglycerides and high blood pressure, usually the omega-3 can help with the heart health in general. So this is very important. But of course, it's also very important to eat fish, not only just take supplements, okay, guys? So try to include fish in your diet. So your body needs these fatty acids to function, but a typical diet can make it difficult for the body to make enough EPA and DHA from the ALA. So this is why we introduced the EPA and DHA through the food, okay, through the supplement. So this is a very important supplement, okay, that a lot of people actually might, they lack omega-3. Also, omega-3 is an important ingredient and it should be included in a healthy diet, as we mentioned. So try to take 6 tablets of this Arctic sea per day. So 2 tablets after breakfast, 2 tablets after lunch, and 2 tablets after dinner. Guys, I can see that. Okay, someone is saying that fix your audio. Can you hear me well? Because I think. Please let me know if. Okay, yeah. Thank you. So let's continue. So the Arctic sea, as we mentioned, you can take 6 tablets per day. And so a lot of people also ask if kids can take it. So usually in forever here in the Middle East, the supplements are registered for the ages of 16 and above. But I want to mention one thing here, that usually kids, they can take omega-3, okay? Because it's like fish oil, basically. But if they cannot swallow the pill, don't let them take it. Okay, just make sure that they're at the age where they can swallow the pill, because it's not good to open the pill or just apply it on their food, or just open the soft gel. Okay, so make sure they're at the age where they can swallow the pill, and usually it's from the age of 12 or 13. Then they can take 1 tablet or 2 tablets per day, not 6. 6 is just for adults, which is above 16 years of age. Okay, I just want to also mention one thing, guys, that this webinar is being recorded, and then we will upload it on YouTube. You can just watch it again, and you can share it with your team members. And also, we'll do the same webinar tomorrow in Arabic, same time. Okay, so for people who speak Arabic only, we will do the same webinar for tomorrow. Now, the second product we're going to talk about, which is also very important for the heart health, which is the RG Plus. I'm sure also many of you, they take it and they love it. So if you do, just let us know. And okay, I want to explain a little bit more why RG is very important for the heart health. So first, it can support healthy blood pressure levels, okay, because it can actually help reduce the aorta, which is like an artery in the heart. So it can help relax this muscle. Also, it has overall cardiovascular health, so it gives support for the cardiovascular health. It can also boost the immunity because it contains so many antioxidants like berries, also like blueberries, blackberries, etc. It can also help support muscle growth. So for people who go to the gym, it's very important to take RG Plus. Just mix 1 sachet with water or with aloe vera gel. Okay, I really recommend you guys to mix it with aloe vera gel per day, because it can really, so if you have, for example, digestive problems, the aloe vera can help, and the RG Plus can also boost the energy throughout the day. So it's very important to mix them together and drink them throughout the day. Then it can also help bone and tissue growth and repair. It helps with the male sexual function, even for the female, because it helps, with the blood circulation in general. It can help the fat, metabolize, the fat and the glucose. It has an anti-aging hormone production and more. And you can mix, as I mentioned, 1 packet with water or with any other beverage. I really recommend mixing it with the aloe vera gel. Okay, guys, very, very important. And okay, so the RG Plus also, we give it for people from the age of 16 plus. And yeah, so that's it. And you can mix it with water. It's really good for the overall cardiovascular health. Now, the last product we're going to talk about today is the Forever Garlic Thyme. So a lot of people don't actually know that, but garlic thyme is a very important product, as it's a powerful antioxidant. Because garlic is really important as an antioxidant, and also it supports healthy cholesterol levels and blood pressure. Okay, so for people who have high cholesterol levels, blood pressure, I just want to mention one thing here, that these products are not medications. Okay, so they will not treat your condition, but they will help your symptoms. Basically, they will support your health. Also, keep your immune system healthy. Just 1 second. Yes, sorry, guys. So it will keep your immune system healthy as well because of the garlic and the thyme. Also for respiratory benefits, for example, like asthma, like if you have, a cold, a cough, especially also now with COVID and all, usually you can take garlic thyme supplement just to boost your immunity, and it will help respiratory benefits in general. It also converts fats to energy. Also, it helps control the blood sugar levels. And as we mentioned, that diabetes and blood sugar levels, if they're high, they might actually lead to a stroke or heart disease. Also, it will improve blood flow, and you can take 3 tablets per day. Okay, so 1 tablet with each meal. As I mentioned, and I will mention it again, guys, that these are not a treatment for heart problems. They will just help support or just prevent, especially if you're healthy, further any chronic diseases. But you need to, of course, make sure that you need to have a healthy lifestyle. You need to eat healthy, to exercise regularly, so that you won't develop any chronic condition. So I just want to also mention one thing, that since a lot of people don't eat enough vegetables and greens, you can also take the super greens, okay? Super greens or even fields of greens. These are very important. You can mix them with in your smoothies, and they can actually really help not only balance the pH in your gut, but also you will get some fruits, some vegetables, some antioxidants from the super greens, especially. Okay, it's a really important product. And yeah, so you can just also take it with 1 sachet, mix it with water or with your smoothie, and drink it per day. Okay, guys, so that was it. I hope it was you guys I hope you enjoyed the webinar. Of course, now I'm gonna take all your questions. Please go ahead and ask all your questions. So we already have a few questions here. Okay, we have a question that, can high blood pressure people take Forever Freedom and RG Plus? Yes, dear. So both they can use it if they have high blood pressure. Thank you for your lovely comments, guys. I'm really happy with. Also, we have a lot of people joining for this session, and I'm really happy. So go ahead if you have any questions. We have a question. How to consume Vitalized Women? Are those chewable? So no, Vitalized Women, you need to swallow them, to swallow the pills, okay? And you can take up to 4 tablets a day. Thank you, guys. Really very nice comments. I just want, let's just now answer the questions. How can a diabetic person control cholesterol? So we mentioned this. So for diabetes and high cholesterol, the most important thing, guys, is a lifestyle change. Okay, make sure that you change your eating behavior, you change your, you exercise more, you focus on eating fruits and vegetables. Okay, fish, very healthy. Don't eat lots of white bread or pastries or fried food. And we talked about the foods to avoid if you have high cholesterol. And I will open the slide again for cholesterol. Okay, this one. You can also focus on it. Another question, is it a myth that aloe vera is a cleanser, so we should not take supplements with it? So no, like what types of supplements exactly? Because I mean, it's good to take it alone, of course, because it is, it will help with cleansing the body and the digestive system. But you can take, for example, RG plus with it. You can mix it together. It will be fine. And if you want, usually just wait 20 minutes, okay, between taking aloe vera and any other supplement. Another question, what can we suggest to maintain good health in female after pregnancy? So after pregnancy, just, the normal supplements for everyday use. They can use the Vitalize Women. They can use, for example, RG Plus, depending if they're breastfeeding or not. Okay. Also, Arctic Sea is good. Fields of Greens, Super Greens. We have another question. What can we recommend to baby feeding mom? So breastfeeding mom, usually you can recommend, for example, the Arctic Sea, as you mentioned, the Fields of Greens, the aloe blossom herbal tea, even the calcium, for example, or B12. What is the best for PCOS? So for PCOS, they can take the Vitalize Women. Okay, it's important. And the most important thing for PCOS is the food. Make sure they don't eat lots of rice, bread, sugar, pastries. Okay. Is there products for cataracts? No, honestly, we do not have. Any supplement for height increase? No, we do not also have, because usually once a person has hit adulthood, or nothing can really help with height increase. If 20 years old girl not getting periods since 6 months, then what supplement can we recommend? So that in that case, that she can take the Vitalize Women to help balance her hormones. Okay, but if also she needs to eat healthy, just make sure she eats a lot of fish, walnuts, salmon, for example, seeds. And if she still did not get her period, then she needs to check with her doctor. Maybe they can prescribe for her some pills. We have a question if absorbent C is chewable. So actually, it's better to just swallow it and not chew it. RG Plus or Forever Garlic cure blood pressure? No, as we mentioned, guys, nothing will cure a disease. Okay, just make sure they will help you, they will support you if you have any chronic condition or if you're just healthy. Okay, these are not medications. Okay, can we mix RG with aloe vera or keep 20 minutes? Yes, you can mix the RG with aloe vera. Okay, another question. How did you see to prepare other body system today to talk about heart? How about what is good for renal? Yeah, I will do that. Of course, I will talk about renal, gastrointestinal, bone, brain, and everything like that. We'll do that definitely. Okay, so many questions, guys. I'm trying my best to answer. We have another question. Best for swelling on legs after C-section. So medically, doctor couldn't able to diagnose anything. So for swelling on the foot, usually you can just, apply the aloe heat lotion. You can take the Forever Freedom. But if you don't know what the cause is, then I can't really tell you what they should use. Another question, can we take Vitalize and Forever Daily together? Yes, you can do that. So many questions, sorry guys. Okay, a girl with hypothyroid, what can we recommend her? Just she can use the Nature Men, because it's full of minerals. It will help her. Another question, what do you recommend for detoxifying the liver? So usually the liver is detoxifies on its own, okay, but you can also, of course, you can just if you want something, you can take the Super Greens, for example, because it's full of antioxidants and greens and vegetables and fruits. Also the aloe vera is good. Okay, guys, so I think we have so many questions and our time is up. So if you'd like, guys, please, you can send me an email. Okay, I will write my email down here, and you can send me an email whenever you guys want, and with all your questions, and I will get back to you, of course. So this is my email. It's ladada@foreverliving.ae. Okay. Wait, I wrote it for. I'm gonna write it for everyone. Thank you so much for everyone who joined. I hope this was beneficial, and this is my email. Okay. So I wrote it in the chat, and I'll also post this presentation on YouTube, so you can watch it again and share it with your loved ones and with your team members. And thank you so much for joining. I will be with you again very soon, and tomorrow we will have the same presentation but in Arabic. Okay, so at 5 p.m. if you know anyone who speaks Arabic, they can join tomorrow at 5. Bye bye. Have a lovely evening.